Governor Domi Emmanuel has charged indigenes of the state studying in higher institutions of learning to help showcase and promote the rich cultural heritage of Akwa Ibom State. The governor was speaking at this year's National Association of Akwa Ibom Students NAKIS Cultural Day, University of Uyo chapter. Correspondent Livingstone Daniel reports that the celebration featured the launching of NAKIS magazine, The Dawn.
Represented by the immediate past Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Welfare, Dr. Gloria Ded, Governor Emmanuel described culture as a way of life of a particular people, noting that every tribe has a culture, emphasizing that anyone without a culture is dead. He described the state as very rich in culture, which should be showcased to the outside world and capable of attracting investors and tourists to the state. Governor Emmanuel enumerated his policies and programs in the educational sector and appealed to the students to continue to maintain peace in their campuses and launch the magazine.
I celebrate with you today because in you lies the future of Akwa Ibom State, and you have exposed yourselves to the right skills needed to embrace that future with hope and dare. This event stands out from the past because today I have come to charge you to rise to the feather of greatness. I have come to challenge Akwa Ibom students that Akwa Ibom State was created by God out of greatness. Dakada, this is why I am here.
Former Minister for Housing and Urban Development, Mrs. Akune Yahin, and the Speaker of Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, Barrister Nyofio Gluk, represented by Ms. Usoro Panuso, said youth are the leaders of tomorrow, hence the need for them to be of good characters, morals, and to study hard, which according to them will prepare them for future leadership position. The Vice Chancellor of the University of Uyo, Professor Enefio Essien, represented by the Dean Student Affairs, Dr. Isongasa Solomon, and the Chairman on the occasion, Professor Kingsley Akpabio, said the institution will continue to create enabling environment for students, irrespective of state, tribe, or religion, to engage in legal extracurricular activities. They advise the student to maintain peace at all times and to channel every grievances, if any, through appropriate channels.
The Nigerian students of this great university is well appreciated by the Vice Chancellor, Professor Enefio Essien. But I want to say today that NAKIS as a whole is a strong channel for that, to promote unity, orderliness, and a smooth relationship between the students, the state, and even the federal government.
NAKIS is a representation of Akwa Ibom of tomorrow, and there is no reason why we should not nurture NAKIS.
The president of NAKIS, University of Uyo chapter, Comrade Isi Faita, said the Cultural Day celebration is an annual event aimed at showcasing Daniel reporting.
The Vice Chancellor of the University of Uyo, Professor Enefio Essien, has said that the creation of a peaceful environment, infrastructural development, staff training and welfare are priorities of his administration. Professor Essien stated this while interacting with newsmen on his first year in office as the Vice Chancellor of the University. Etienne Oibanga reports.
Professor Enefio Essien, the fifth Vice Chancellor of the University of Uyo, said the institution under its watch has recorded peace and tranquility, translating into successes in academic pursuits on campuses. He attributed the peaceful ambience enjoyed by the management, staff and students to equals effective synergy, transparent and open door policy, saying that he has carried everybody along in the running of the institution. Professor Essien said that the university is committed to the development of befitting structures and modern facilities at its permanent site to create a conducive environment for sound academic pursuit and development. The Vice Chancellor hinted that as part of efforts to boost staff morale for increased productivity, staff welfare has been accorded top priority by the management of the institution through regular training to ensure that they are up to date with modern global academic practice. Staff salaries, he said, have been paid as at when due, though in percentages due to the shortfall in the personnel allocation to universities. Professor CNU opined that strikes are inimical to effective learning and teaching in Nigerian universities. Said the last 1 year under his leadership has enjoyed a steady academic calendar, regular meetings of Senate, Committee of Deans, faculty boards, smooth conduct of examinations, in timely release of results, as well as hosting of conferences and seminars. He said that several projects he inherited and new ones are ongoing in the university, even as the management is working hard to further improve the ranking of the university in Nigeria and abroad. While thanking God for the strength to pilot the face of the institution so far, the Vice Chancellor described his administration's first anniversary as unique, as it has coincided with the Silver Jubilee of the university. He said that a Thanksgiving service will hold on Sunday, 27 November at the University of Uyo Mini Stadium, while activities for the 25th anniversary of the university are slated for 9, 10, 11 of December 2016. He said there have been regular interface between the university and its host communities to promote and enhance good relationship, but warned those illegally erecting structures on university land at Nisokara Fort to reconsider their action, as such structures will be pulled down.
I will not inclusive, all impressive. I do not and will never run an exclusive administration where others are kept at their home. I think because it is all inclusive. And I try to be as transparent as possible. But time have been very understanding.
Etienne Ibanga reporting.
Federal and state governments have been asked to collaborate and strengthen the forestry data collection mechanism through frequent market surveys and comprehensive inventories of forest resources in the country. A professor of forest resources management and economics in the University of Uyo, Professor Enefia Odo, gave advice while delivering the 51st inaugural lecture of the university. Again, Etienne Ibanga completes the story.
The 51st inaugural lecture of the University of Uyo had the topic, Our Forest, Uses, Management and Abuses. Delivering the 95-page lecture, Professor Enefia Odo noted that people see forests as a free gift of nature which should be exploited freely without concern for its sustainability and impact on the environment. Forests, he said, are central to human life because they provide diverse goods and services that man requires for his survival. Professor Odo explained that the forest provides environmental protection, nutrient cycling, aesthetics and leisure, employment, education research, revenue for government, soil protection, erosion control, habitat for wildlife, carbon sequestration, and climate change mitigation. He pointed out that globally more than 2 billion people depend on wood energy for cooking and food preservation, as well as production of furniture items such as tables, stools, chairs, beds, doors, and windows. The Dawn described forestry as a business with social and economic implications which must be managed properly to ensure profitability and social benefits to the people. He regretted that the public, the government, and forestry personnel have abused the forest. For good forest management, Professor Odo said forest managers must have adequate information about the stock of resources that has been managed so that he can plan for financing, staffing, control of the resources, harvest, and replanting. He professed that government, which presently manages the forest in trust for the people, must manage it effectively and efficiently by improving funding of the forestry subsector for adequate equipment, reforestation, and maintenance operation. The lecturer recommended that green spaces, including urban forests, be established and maintained in urban areas to cool the environment, check wind speed, reduce dust and other airborne particles, act as carbon sink to contribute to the mitigation of climate change as well as provide wood, fruits and seeds to the people. He also called for the implementation of the 2006 National Forest Policy to chart a way for reforms in forest resources management in the country.
The forestry department is not replanting what they have given to be harvested, and are waiting for the forest to regenerate on their own. When will that be? This is why many species are now threatened for extinction.
The Vice Chancellor of the University, Professor Enefia Essien, commended the 51st inaugural lecturer for the choice of the topic, Our Forest, Uses, Management and Abuses, saying that it was apt as sustainable forest management is of great significance in meeting the demands of forest products today and in the future.
As one time the inaugural lecturer for today for the topic is chosen, because it's not an area that none of us take for granted. Forests. Animals will not find again. Because we have no habitat. Forests are given the habitat, natural habitat. So without forests they cannot be. And with forests they are sure to have them. How about global warming? These are all contemporary issues. That's why I think that the topic itself is very topical.
Inaugural lectures provide an opportunity for new professors to share their achievements in research, innovation, engagement, and teaching activities before an audience of members of the university community and the public. Etienne Oibanga reporting.
You're watching Channel 45 News this morning. Just for the benefit of those just joining us research earlier, that today's monthly sanitation exercise has been cancelled to enable Akwa Ibom citizens participate in the funeral of late IG of Police, Itamia. He also said that the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly has received a list of nominees for appointment as commissioners and special advisors into the State Executive Council. We take a break. We have more news for you after this. A two-day workshop on preventive health talk aimed at preserving colitis has been held. The workshop, which drew health workers from the 31 local government areas of the state and elders in the 3 senatorial districts, was organized by the Local Government Service Commission. ARN Paul has the details.
Declaring the workshop open, the Chairman, Local Government Service Commission, Dr. Valentine Atta, said that the goal of any preventive health talk is to protect, promote, and maintain the well-being by preventing diseases and death among the people. Atta said that the workshop was designed to further develop the capacity of participants for prevention, as many people have died of preventable diseases. He noted that the preventive health care is important given the rise in prevalence of chronic diseases, adding that the program will sharpen the skills of health workers in the local government system. Dr. Atta urged the participants to make good use of the opportunity, as capable resource persons in the health sector have been engaged to speak to them.
To my mind, this workshop is right on time. The popular saying, prevention is better than cure, calls for routine medical check-ups. As a culture,
a resource person, Mrs. Victoria Ibanga, in a lecture, Diabetes, Threat to Healthy Living, said diabetes mellitus is a group of metabolic disease characterized by chronic and sustained elevated plasma glucose because of insulin deficiency or insensitivity of insulin, resulting in high morbidity and mortality among the sufferers. Mrs. Ibanga.
Fixtures for the round of 16 in the ongoing Etienne Foundation football tournament for secondary schools in Anang Land has been released. The fixtures made known by the International Project Committee or the Tianang Foundation show that 16 secondary schools will play the matches on Saturday, November 26 and Sunday, November 27. According to the schedule for Saturday, Community Comprehensive High School in Tahafara, Okanafon will slug it out with Ika Comprehensive Secondary School Ikoro Sukbong Ika at State College Ikore Bene. Abiakbo Community Comprehensive Secondary School Ikoru Kana will test their might against Community Secondary School Ikoro Sute Uruganam at Independence High School Kana by 4 p.m. State College Ikore Bene will also lock hands with the Kono Anang Comprehensive Secondary School Kwori Kono at CJC Comprehensive Secondary School at Altoru by 4 p.m. It will be Community High School of Abuanga Back versus Government Secondary School Donsek Isienudem at St. Columbanus Secondary School Iquen by 4 p.m. And Sunday, November 27, Community Secondary Commercial School Ukana East Isienudem will battle Government Technical College Abak at St. Augustine Secondary School Uranya. Community Secondary Commercial School Ikore Se Temekpo will slug it out with State College Commercial School Okobeto Ikore Bene at Southern Anang Comprehensive Secondary School Ikoro Kuru. Western Anang Secondary Commercial School will be the venue for the encounter between Divine Favor College Urwanam versus Fides Secondary Commercial School Urafion Ito Oborakara, while St. Augustine Secondary School Uranyang will battle against High Level Christian Academy Ikorantene Ukanafon at Northern Anang Secondary Commercial School Utuetemekbo. Kickoff time of the matches will be 3:30 in the afternoon. At the occasion of the first phase of the football tournament, the champions for each of the local government areas were presented with gold trophies and cash prizes. The second place winners also got cash prizes. The International Project Committee of the Tianang Foundation has called on past and saving executives of the Tianang Foundation, Leadership Forum, Board of Trustees, heads of competing schools, stakeholders in Anang land, and football lovers to watch the matches. Outstanding issues are between the federal government and the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, are to be resolved in 3 days, and Australian militant thought dead is still alive in Turkey. Stay tuned for these and other stories in our national and international news segment.
The Minister of Education, Mr. Adamu Adamu, has assured the Senate that the issues that led to the face-off between the federal government and the Academic Staff Union of Universities would be resolved in 3 days. The assurance was given at a meeting the federal government had with ASU at the instance of the President of the Senate, Dr. Bukola Saraki. Similarly, it was learned that the ASU President, Professor Bodium Ogunyemi, while thanking Saraki and the Senate Committee for their intervention, also assured that outstanding issues would be resolved within 3 days. The Senate had given the federal government and ASU a 2-week period within which both parties must resolve the outstanding issues between them. European Union EU leaders have stated in earnest that UK will be left without access to the single market when it leaves the bloc if there is no free movement. Joseph Muscat, whose country assumes the EU's presidency in January, expressed the resolve thus: "This is truly our position. I don't see it changing," noting that talks on the details of a new relationship could be delayed. Much political debates have been focused on the possibility of a soft Brexit and a hard Brexit, where the former means UK retaining some form of membership of the single market in exchange for conceding some control over immigration, and the latter means UK leaving the single market but having fuller control over migration. Theresa May says UK will begin legal process to leave EU by March and hopes a full exit will be possible by 2019. An Australian militant thought dead is still alive and under arrest in the Middle East, according to reports. The Australian government in May said Neil Prakash, a senior recruiter for the so-called Islamic State group, had been killed in a US airstrike. He died in Iraqi city of Mosul, Attorney General George Brandis said at the time. But the New York Times on Friday reported Prakash handed himself to...
To end the news, another look at the top stories. The Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly has received the list of nominees for appointment as commissioners and special advisors into the State Executive Council. We also told you that the Vice Chancellor of the University of Uyo, Professor Nefia Oesien, has said that the creation of a peaceful environment, infrastructural development, staff training and welfare are priorities of this administration. You can also watch AKBC TV News online by logging onto akbconline.org or follow us on Twitter at AKBC45U or on Facebook at AKBC Channel 45. And on behalf of the production crew, have a wonderful Saturday ahead, and God bless you.